Morning, Trevor.
Hi, Arthur.
You in the doghouse again?
I would be, if there was any room. We have several Afghan hounds and a Doberman pinscher in there at the moment. They're a bit reluctant to move over.
What happened to the,
just a row over a bird.
bird? You've been, putting it about a bit.
No such luck. No, Vera's got a new minor bird. I lost my temper. I was about to strangle it, and Vera caught me. Thought I might just search the garden for a brick or something.
A brick?
Yes. I might just go back in there and kill two birds with one stone. Yes. The minor bird took a fancy to it. That is why I lost my temper.
Minor bird? Does it talk?
Not half. Told me to bugger off. I said to Vera, I said, either that bird goes outside or I do. And
here you are.
Yes.
Yes, well, you did get married, for better or worse, Trevor.
Well, I reckon I could have done a lot better and she could have done worse. She has made me increase my life insurance. I think she set her sights on being a rich widow.
Yes, well, women do live longer than men.
That's true. I wonder why.
Don't have wives, do they? Yes, well, see you for our usual freedom hour down at the Dog and Duck.
You certainly will. The kids go down the pub.
No, wouldn't dare. No, if they did, by the time they come back, I'd dug a moat, put a drawbridge in.
Easier to get them evicted under the Rent Act.
I'd have a job, they don't pay any. Morning, Lorraine.
Morning.
Mother up yet?
Yes, Dad, don't be annoyed, but Raymond stayed here again, in my room on the campus.
Annoyed? Why should I be annoyed? Of course I'm not annoyed, darling. He's your husband, isn't he? I mean, I know you've been separated for a few months, but you're talking again. I hope you'll get together soon and you'll leave here, return to the marital home.
Oh, we'd like to do that, Dad.
Good. I'm not annoyed, darling. Of course not. On the contrary.
But we haven't got a marital home.
Why not?
Raymond lost the part-time job he had, and he's been evicted from our flat
I thought he'd paid those arrears. Oh, Lorraine, how could you marry such a useless, good-for-nothing layabout? Well, he's not staying here indefinitely.
Well, what's all the fuss about?
Dad's annoyed because of Raymond and him being evicted.
Well, there's no need to go on like that.
I am not going on, but he will be. Just get him out of our camp bed.
I am out of it, I'm pleased to say. Yeah, and I've got a complaint. There was an awkward lump in your camp bed.
Yes, and I'm glad to see you're out of it. I've only got one thing to say to you, Raymond. Don't unpack.
Arthur, after all, he is Lorraine's husband.
Yeah, a model one.
Yes, scaled-down replica of the real thing. It's a pity he's not a working model, isn't it?
Lorraine, if he says another word, I shall leave.
Taxi!
You're not Raymond. I'll get you some breakfast.
All right, Lorraine, if you absolutely insist. But look, I'm not all that hungry, so I'll just have some porridge. An egg, bacon, sausage, tomato and fried bread.
Full English breakfast is £7.50.
I'll skip the porridge.
Right, deduct 25p for no porridge, but add 15% service charge.
Morning. Excuse me.
Morning.
Tar. Breakfast ready?
Who was that?
I think it's one of Paul's friends. They were out late last night. He slept in Nigel's bed.
Oh, yes, and where was Nigel?
Oh, he left with a pillow and a blanket about 12:15 a.m.
Well, I can't say I blame him, poor boy. The way things are going, we'll probably find him asleep in the airing cupboard.
Can you spare a Sunday paper? Tar.
What do you think this is, the YMCA? Beryl, I'm trying to get rid of 4 superfluous adult kids, not increase our intake. I've got enough hangers-on as it is.
Well, speaking as one of your older hangers-on, I think it is mean of you to begrudge them a couple of breakfasts.
Yes, so do I.
Me too, especially to relatives.
Just you keep out of this, and I'll inform you when you're a relative again.
Arthur.
So in the case of Raymond here, homeless...
Jobless,
and gormless, I do begrudge it. But in the case of Paul's mate, I don't. Or I wouldn't if he wasn't wearing my dressing gown.
Excuse me. It's all right. But calm down. Don't worry. It needn't necessarily be that. I mean, it's only a week overdue.
10 days!
What's overdue?
Oh, her library book.
Oh, yeah. I don't think I'd have the pleasure, and I hope you haven't either.
She slipped on the sofa. This is,
Louise!
Sorry, slipped up for a minute.
Yes, well, from what I just heard, I think you might have done. Louise, welcome to the Arthur Crabtree Foundation for the Homeless. Now, if you have any problems, you want to talk to someone like a father, perhaps Paul would oblige, if he hasn't done so already.
Anything you want, Mr. Crabtree?
Only my head examined.
He suffers terribly from dandruff. But, Dad, could you, give us a minute?
Oh, yes, of course. Feel free to use the phone should you want to ring the library. Excuse me.
I suppose we could always go and stay with Raymond's mother.
I thought you didn't get on with her, Raymond.
I don't. You see, we don't have anything at all in common, apart from the fact that I'm her son and she's my mother. You see, I just can't bring myself to get on with her.
Yes, well, don't worry about bringing yourself, son. I'll take you. Morning.
Morning. Oh! Father, this is Nadia. She spent the night. She's from Warsaw, a Pole.
Pole, north or south?
Central Poland. She doesn't speak much English.
Well, you weren't giving her much chance to try, were you?
I'm giving her English lessons.
Oh, this is homework, is it?
Well, we got a bit carried away on the verb to love.
Yes, practicing manoeuvres on the Polish border.
What?
Border. B-O-A-R-D-E-R.
Father
Father?
is always making awful jokes, but here in England one is not obliged to laugh.
Yesterday, I only had 4 of you. Now we're up to 7, or 7 and a bit from what I've just heard in the kitchen. It's a bit early for this sort of thing, isn't it? And God knows what you get up to at night.
Oh, good, it's Sunday paper.
And don't try to tell me she slept on the sofa last night, because that's already been spoken for.
No, she slept in Tracy's bed.
Uh-huh.
And I was on the sun lounger in the greenhouse.
Greenhouse. You didn't take her in there and try to force her under glass.
Oh, dear. As I explained, one is not obliged to laugh because one is related to him. However, a small grin may put him in a better mood.
Thank you. Sorry to interrupt her education. Just a moment. Did you say she slept in Tracy's bed?
Yes.
Well, where did Tracy spend the night?
Search me, Dad.
Yeah, I think I'll leave that to Nadia. Excuse me. Do you know Tracy was out all night?
No, but you hum it and I'll play it.
Hold on. Will you kindly explain to me why I was not informed?
I don't understand you, Arthur. You're always going on about them leaving home, and then when one of them does for a night, you get all upset and start shouting.
I was not shouting.
Oh, yes, you were.
You just keep out of this, all right? Now, where did Tracy spend the night?
Oh, I stayed with a friend. Why, what's the trouble
Oh,
now?
I see. Another overnight stop on your road to ruin.
I've known Leslie for years.
That doesn't make any difference, does it?
No.
Do not approve, Beryl.
We were in the Girl Guides together.
Girl Guide? What is he? Some sort of a...
Come in, Leslie. You know Mum and Lorraine.
Hello.
This is Dad. He thinks you're some sort of...
What?
Of friend of Tracy's who was in the Girl Guides. Oh, dear.
We've run out of milk. Leslie! Lover!
Oh, Ron! I'm sorry about Friday night.
It's all right, I've forgotten it already.
Oh.
Come upstairs and talk to me while I have a shave.
Hey, he's had a shave!
Beryl, don't go in there.
Why
Go
not?
in there. Nigel is breaking down Polish resistance. Or in there, Paul is comforting some overwrought female who's apparently having hysterics because her library book is overdue. And here in the hall, there's a conference chaired by Beryl on the subject of the homeless, the jobless, and the gormless. Oh, the greenhouse might be free now, excuse me. I'm going in search of solitude, Beryl. I want to read my Sunday paper while I've still got one left. Please do not disturb.
At least we're sitting here all ready to go when they open.
Right.
Peaceful, isn't it? You know, I often sit in my car on Sundays, listen to a church service on the radio, even say a few prayers.
They've been answered yet?
No, Vera's still there.
Oh, it's like Waterloo Station round at our place.
Mine's more like London Zoo.
Still, peaceful here.
The roads are always quieter on a Sunday.
Hang on, we're about to be overtaken.
What?
Vera.
The head keeper.
Trevor, come on out of there. You're supposed to be digging in the back garden.
Not. One of the dogs buried a bone there. He can't find it.
Bonzo wants you to find his bone.
Bonzo's bone.
Morning, Beryl.
Morning, Vera.
Out of there. Arthur, I need the car to go to the shop.
Trevor.
Arthur!
for?
We're on a joyride.
What's stationary?
There are various sorts of joys, Vera.
You have just shattered one of our best ones.
I suppose that you'll be disappearing down the pub as soon as they open.
Well, that seems to have the edge on disappearing down a hole looking for Bonzo's bone.
At least it might improve your relationship with Bonzo. Oh, he's so unpopular amongst the animals. Even our tortoise retreats into his shell when he walks in.
But he can't bear to see a fellow male suffering.
He doesn't know whether he's a male or a female.
He knows.
Arthur?
Backseat drivers.
Fetch that bone.
Come on! Fetch, boy, fetch!
I reckon he knows where it's buried. But he isn't saying. Don't you?
Why don't you ask the minor bird, Vera? He's the only one allowed to say anything in our house. I'll see you later, Arthur. I shall go and work up a thirst, helping Bonzo.
I shan't be long. Perhaps you'd sort out who's staying to lunch.
Oh, don't worry about it. I'm going to sort them all out once and for all.
Oh, I think I'll come with you, Beryl. I need something for lunch.
I thought you were cooking a joint.
That's for the pets. I'll bring you some corned beef.
Trev, I was wondering, could I come round to your place in about 10 minutes?
Yeah, what for?
Well, as Beryl's using the car, I was wondering if I could sit in yours. Oh, it's all clear in here now, is it? No mad, passionate love on the sofa.
We've never done things like that, Mr. Crabtree.
Why not, Raymond? Some disability, some inhibition?
No, we've never had a sofa.
Dad, Raymond and I have decided to go and live with his mother.
She's got a sofa.
Raymond, please. We're moving out this afternoon as soon as I've packed. We've decided to try again.
That is good news, Lorraine. I hope you'll be very happy, and I hope Raymond will be happy too.
Seems that you're happy that we're going.
Well, I'm happy that you're reconciled, love.
My mum's not too happy, though.
Well, we can't all be happy, can we? See that he gets a job, see that he saves, and when you get a place of your own, I'll help you in every way I can.
Oh, thank you, Dad. Raymond?
Oh, thanks, Dad. Yeah, and I will get a job. No, I'll try something I've always wanted to do, and, well, who knows, in a couple of months' time, you might hear the patter of little feet.
Patter of little feet?
Yeah, I'm going to learn to tap dance. No, I've always wanted to be a dancer or an engine driver.
Yes, why don't you join the British Rail Glee Club and do both?
Do my dancing in platform heels.
We'll pack. Tracy's offered to run us over to his mum's this afternoon. This is Raymond's opportunity to prove himself.
Yeah.
Innocent or guilty, Raymond?
No, don't listen to him, Lorraine. You know I'll do it.
No, Raymond, as far as I'm concerned, a man in your position can only go one way.
What way's that, Dad?
Up, Raymond, up!
Yeah!
Come on, Raymond. We'll go and get everything together in my room.
Do you know, it's been such a long time since I've heard you say that. Freckle.
Just come to say, cheerio, Pop.
What?
Yeah, well, we had a long chat about the situation here, and we've decided to do something to make you happy.
Oh, yeah?
So we're leaving.
Yes, Dad, we realise that you're not getting any younger and that the signs of stress and strain are beginning to show, both on Paul and myself. Therefore, in view of your often expressed desire, your much-mentioned wish to get shot of the lot of
We
us...
decided, in your own interests and those of the family as a whole, to go, to relieve you of what you apparently see as a burden.
Yes,
Pop.
all right. Cut the fancy stuff. What's going on?
Look, Dad, over the last few months, we've got the message loud and clear, all right? So we're doing a Captain Oates.
The ultimate sacrifice. Scott of the Antarctic.
Yeah, we've already got one pole here.
No, she's gone.
So is Louise.
And so is Leslie.
And so is Ron. And so will we. And so will Lorraine. And we'd rather do this in the absence of Mum, who, though level-headed, is likely to become upset and even hysterical. So send her our love and tell her...